Good afternoon, dear students. I hope you all are keeping safe. Today's lesson is force and laws of motion. So, what is the objective of this lesson? From the name of the lesson, what do we see? We see force and laws of motion. So, in our previous lesson, we discussed about motion. We have learned what is motion, what are the different types of motion. We discussed about circular motion, rectilinear motion, and we discussed about some of the quantities which are needed to describe the motion of an object. For example, we spoke about speed, velocity, acceleration, distance travelled, displacement. So, these all were the quantities which when put together give us as an idea about the motion of an object. So, that is what we studied in the previous lesson. So, now in this lesson we want to know what causes motion. So, let us see the cause of motion. So, what is the cause of motion? The external force is needed to make a stationary body move. So, what is the external force? Okay, let us see an example. Suppose if you have a ball, do you think that the ball ever moves on its own? Normally, a ball when kept on the table will never move on its own. It will be at rest. It will move only when you apply some force on it, right? So, external force is needed to make a stationary body move. That means a body which is at rest will be in motion only when an external force is applied. Similarly, let us suppose a body is moving, right? So, do you think that the body stops on its own? Yes, it does sometimes. Let us suppose you applied some force on the ball. The ball started moving, but will it keep on moving indefinitely? Not at all, right? After some point of time, it will stop. So, what do you think that the body is stopped? The body is stopped because again there was an external force which was applied on it. And what was that force? That is frictional force, right? Here, what I am trying to say is a body which is at rest will start moving when an external force is applied on it. Similarly, a body which is moving will come to rest only when an external force is applied on it. So, that means force is the cause of motion. Force can make a body move, force can stop a moving body, right? Now, in different scenarios, you have different types of forces acting on a body to make it move or to stop it, right? Now, let us talk about force. What is force? For that, now we need to talk about two categories of force, that is balanced and unbalanced forces, because this is going to help us to understand the motion of an object. So, what are balanced forces? Balanced forces are equal and opposite forces. As the name says, balanced, you would have heard of things like spring balance, weight balance, etc. Balance means to make things equal on both sides, right? You would have gone to grocery shop and you would have seen the balance which they use to measure things, right? So, balance means it has to be equal on both sides. So, forces which are equal and opposite. Here, equal and opposite means forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. I have already spoken about magnitude and direction in the previous lesson. What is magnitude? The numerical value which defines the measure of the quantity. For example, when I am talking of force, so what is the unit of force? So, you know that the SI unit of force is Newton. So, here So let us suppose there is an object. We'll take an object here. If you apply a force of 1 Newton in this direction, in the right side, and that means magnitude here, if you apply another 1 Newton of force in the opposite direction. So here the magnitude of both the forces are same. So here what is the magnitude here? That is 1 Newton. Since the magnitude are same, the forces are said to be equal forces and they are in the opposite direction. That is why we say they are equal and opposite forces. So force is a vector quantity. So what do you mean by vector quantity? So the quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. So force is also a vector quantity. And now balanced forces, they do not cause any change in motion because they are equal and opposite. So in this case, since you are applying same amount of force on both the sides, the object will not move in any direction. It will be at rest. Since magnitude of both the forces are equal and they are applying on the opposite direction, so it will not move. The object will be at rest. So best example for balanced force is tug of war game. I am sure most of you have played in this game. So you are right. What happens? There are two teams on each side and then you have a big rope which both the teams are trying to push on both ends. So now what happens? So for example, here this team, let us take this right side team. Let us take this right side team as team 1. So here this team 1 is applying force along this direction. Here this team is applying force in this right direction and this team 2 is applying force in this direction, in the opposite direction. Now when both of the teams are applying forces, now the forces are applying in opposite direction, right? Now when the magnitude of both the forces are same, then what happens? None of them wins because both of them are applying equal forces on both direction, right? Now what happens if the forces are not equal? So there comes the unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces are unequal forces. That means the magnitude of the force in one direction is greater or smaller than that of the other direction. So in this case, the forces can be in the same direction or in the opposite direction. So let us suppose if you have an object, there can be two scenarios. Either the magnitude is different or the direction is different. Let us suppose this is an object. So you are applying a force of 1 Newton along this direction and you are applying 0.5 Newton of force along this direction. Now what will happen? The greater force has applied in this direction, isn't it? So 1 Newton has applied. So the body starts moving along this direction. So then there can be another scenario. You have object here. You are applying a force of 1 Newton in this direction and you are applying another force of another 1 Newton in the same direction, along the same direction. In this case, the forces are equal. They are equal in magnitude, but they are along the same direction. So what is happening? The net force along this direction is 0. Here no forces are applied in this direction, so it is 0. So what is the net force along this direction? That is 2 Newton. So the net force along this direction is 2 Newton. So the body will start moving in this direction. So since the net force is 2 Newton in this direction, so the body starts moving in this direction. So the unbalanced forces causes a change in motion. So in this case, a tug of war, if the forces applied by this side is more, then the motion can take place in this direction. So dear students, I hope you have understood the concepts which are taught today. We shall meet in the next class. Take care. Bye.